Good afternoon, guys. Coming to you right after I added to a Bitcoin long, 794,170. I will check back on that later, but where did we get it? Right about here. I think my fill was like 185 or something like that, but I just looked at whatever the price said in the margin when I got it. The whole entirety of that Bitcoin trade, the stop loss for this trade needs to be at 74.9, this swing low right here. Remember, the swing low is the last low that produced the most recent high, so we can move on from that. Let's talk about what happened since yesterday. So we had a nice little play. We wanted this kind of move for if there was a breakdown chart. Remember, I was talking yesterday that we don't necessarily have to participate in breakdown charts, but if they come, they're opportunities. We came down, we pushed, and we hit the bull target off the reclaim right here. And then I set you up for a long this morning that I did not participate in because what I wanted to see was a low at 7,400 like this, and then one like little look below it to right here, and then a push. I didn't get that look, so I didn't get long. This is a perfect example of waiting for trades coming to you and just having to be okay with being flat. I never chase trades. So this means what I have to do next is wait to get long again. And in order to get long, I need to see a new all-time high. Wherever it comes up to, I need to see a big pop, a flag, and I need to add on the higher low above all-time highs. If I cannot get that, I cannot long unless we either retest this low or sweep it out completely like the original plan. If we sweep it out completely just like so, I can do a false breakdown of this low. I will know on whether to add, whether it's this one or it's this one based on the structure of the correction, right? If it's this one, it'll bounce a couple times on the way down. It'll look like an ABC correction on the way down, or an ABC. It won't be like I don't think it'll be like a 5-wave correction. And if it's this one, it'll just knife straight down, right? And then you'll just stay flat until you can get a false breakdown of this wick. So I cannot chase long, even though this long was okay in this morning. This is not the type of move I participate in. Okay, if I'm right about Bitcoin low being said, that means we're going to run it soon on Riot and Mara. Recall that Riot still, we want to hit these upside targets right around 30, 34 area, somewhere up here. And the idea is to hedge out Riot high time frame shares, but the majority of the trade from 11 and 16 is already closed, and that was closed around 24. We fed Mara yesterday around $12. What we want to see now is a higher low hold, and once Riot hits, we want Mara to be the recipient of that move, okay? But we aren't gonna like worry too much about what this chop looks like. We just really want to see Riot hit its upside, hold, and then remember, Mara was going to be fired in 3 bullets, right? We didn't want to chase trend. We didn't want to buy up here for sure. We fired a bullet the other day, and then once Riot closes and we get some powder off those covered calls, we can see if we're on trend, and then we can fire another bullet on trend, okay? So we are waiting for a little bit more money to sock into that. AMD has a trade set up right here that I called out earlier. I'm not taking this because I think other stuff has more upside, I think. But basically, you can take a knife catch right here and target 570. So your entry would have been like around 440s, and you're targeting 570. Or the alternative here is just to wait for a reclaim of 458, set a stop loss below 433. I'm not taking either of these trades. I'm just letting you know that they're there in case you want to. Oxy, we are just holding along. If you're in calls, you would have already exited your first position, and then you're trimming the rest of them off around 60. If you're just sitting in a long, you can just hold through this whole chop fest on the way up. It'll get there eventually, I believe, to about 62. Meta looks good. I think Meta's heading towards 800. No surprises there, guys. New is on its way. I think we're heading towards like 265. So we're just going to hold long for that. Netflix continues to suck, but I do think it's going to pop with SPY. It's going to set up a short. I think we will short down Netflix because the structure is pretty obvious. So let's do a Netflix short and just hold on to it till later. Palantir still sucks. This is giving me great joy. MSTR is basically going to be timed with Bitcoin. If I'm right about the Bitcoin ad, then I'll be right about MSTR. If I'm wrong about the Bitcoin ad, then I will not be. Okay, so if Bitcoin stops out, you need to stop out of MSTR. Okay, Mara, we already covered. AMD, coin looks fine to me. Coin is going to go up exactly the same as Bitcoin. If I'm right about Bitcoin, coin is going to get a trim around 300. Let's see, Nvidia is up only. I like that. We're just following along this little speculative path, I believe. I drew this out for fun, but here we are following it. So who am I to say it? Maybe it's just some soothsaying here, and I didn't. I don't know. It is what it is, guys. Don't worry too much. If you're in alts, remember small sizing on alts, but this is not a bearish structure, guys. This is like a big push and trying to hold a higher low. Even if it bounces right here, you'd be looking for this kind of structure to long, but I think it'll probably hold right here anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not too worried about the altcoins. Remember, size small on alts, they're kind of degenerate plays. So back to our original positioning. Where are we at now? I cannot chase here. I described what you need to do to get long again. You either need to push above all-time highs that holds a higher low, or you need to retest. You cannot chase through resistance. This is the worst time to get long. The best time to get long would have been 74 if I was playing. What I should have done this morning as I was typing to you guys is when it came down to 74, I thought there would be a relief bounce. I would have ended up closing right here anyway, so I wouldn't have caught this, but I didn't do any of it because I was waiting for lower, guys. So no dice for me, no chasing either. And what I did instead was I opted to add to Bitcoin. So we will see how that plays out. But I am longer in Bitcoin, and I did tell you where I got that from. That's it for me, guys, and I will upload this now. Take care.